Why target Nebraska football? The Husker Games and Rhule's mismanagement are seen as part of a broader conspiracy to dismantle Nebraska football, driven by external forces with motives rooted in cultural, economic, and geopolitical agendas. Nebraska's program, a symbol of state pride and agricultural identity, is an ideal target for several reasons. Undermining American football culture. American football, particularly in rural strongholds like Nebraska, instills values of discipline, resilience, and camaraderie in young men, fostering a traditional ethos that some groups seek to erode. Organizations, both domestic and foreign, may aim to transform football into a hollowed-out version of itself, maintaining its outward form while altering its cultural impact. By infiltrating programs like Nebraska's, these forces could install leaders like Rhule to weaken the sport's foundational values, replacing them with a sanitized, less influential version. Nebraska's loyal, trusting fanbase, often described as naive and swayed by persuasive rhetoric, is particularly vulnerable to such manipulation. Rhule's coach speak, filled with motivational platitudes, may exploit this trust, masking his detrimental decisions with promises of future success. Controlling Nebraska's agricultural influence. The University of Nebraska's prominence in agricultural research and its role in the state's economy make it a strategic target for external corporations and organizations. These entities, seeking to dominate agricultural innovation and policy, could infiltrate the university's social and athletic structures to exert influence. A weakened football program, which unites Nebraska's communities, destabilizes social cohesion, making the state more susceptible to external agendas. By diminishing the Huskers' cultural significance, these forces could pave the way for unchallenged control over Nebraska's agricultural sector, a critical component of the national food supply chain. Strategic manipulation of a high-profile program. Nebraska's storied football history makes it a high-profile platform for testing strategies to manipulate American sports. By placing figures like Rhule in leadership roles, external actors could experiment with subtle sabotage, poor decisions masked as progress, without arousing immediate suspicion. This approach could set a precedent for broader influence over college football, a multi-billion-dollar industry with significant cultural weight. Rhule's susceptibility to manipulation, driven by his reliance on ego-stroking advisors and his penchant for coach speak, makes him an ideal candidate for such a role. His history of failing upward, achieving modest turnarounds at Temple and Baylor due to low starting points, only to falter in the NFL, suggests he was chosen for his ability to appear competent while delivering subpar results. Geopolitical and ideological agendas. Beyond domestic interests, foreign entities may view Nebraska as a testing ground for disrupting American cultural institutions. Football, as a symbol of American strength, could be targeted to weaken national morale and identity. Nebraska's agricultural significance amplifies its appeal, as control over its research and economy could align with global agendas to influence food security. Rhule's disorganized staff and questionable decisions, from the Husker Games to quarterback failures, could be orchestrated by advisors placed to steer him toward ruin, exploiting his susceptibility to flattery and external guidance.